Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Pick a Card. All my links are down below, so come go check them out. I did a Get Ready With Me today on the Tarot Talk channel, so we talked about astrology and the current transits. I actually explained all of it today, so if you're interested in that side of things, go check it out. I am doing daily astrology on Twitter. It's daily-ish, that's what we've called it, and it's my Twitter handle is Veroosh Tarot, so you can find me there. This is a special magic candle. It's going to burn out while we do this, but I'm still gonna burn it. I was waiting to burn it while we were reading. It's a full moon candle, so if you want to set an intention for this reading, please go right ahead. Oh, let me just light it before my finger burns off. Okay, so we're reading right before the full moon in Virgo, and today's reading is a weekly pick a card for March, and it's a love reading, so I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. I'll explain this in a moment. This extra deck is for members only, so I'm going to do a private reading for me and for everybody who's a member and a sponsor on my channel on the main channel, so you guys can go into the link down below. It's going to be filmed, I guess, after I'm done with this one, so you guys may have to wait an hour before we get with it, so wait. The reason I'm doing this is because I really love these weekly readings, and I don't think everybody gets it, so let me try to explain again. If you don't understand, let us know in the comments, okay? So the way this works is each month has roughly 4 weeks in it, right? Give or take a few days. And this is being filmed on the 5th, so you know, we're sort of into it already, so you know, let's just go with the flow. So what you want to do is divide your month arbitrarily into roughly 4 sections, and then you want to apply each of these decks to your month in those sections. Now if you want to choose just one for the entire month, that's great, but this really gives you the opportunity to have a weekly reading for each week of the month on the topic of love. Okay, so as a bonus, you guys know I have my coconut out. I'm going to put in fortunes, and maybe the fortunes can guide us on exactly which one to choose. So let me pull the fortunes out for you guys, and I'll read the fortunes out first, and then you guys can decide based on fortune which week is what. So you can choose this for the first week in March, this for the second, third, fourth, or choose your own order, whatever makes sense to you. If you want to just choose one for the whole month, I'm all for it, but you know, if you want to have a weekly reading, that's what this is designed to do. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. And if you're from that golden demographic, 18 to 24, then please engage with my content and say hello, how are you, and all of that. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, so first of all, setting an intention. I already showed you guys this on Tarot Talk, but I want to show this to you again. This is a fossilized shell with a natural iridescence. So it's a rock, it's not a shell. It's been fossilized for millions of years, but you can see that fractal inside of it. It's one of my favorite little shells. I always have it around. It's so pretty too, right? The iridescent color. Okay, so let's read the fortune for number 1. Excuse me, I have something in my throat because I'm channeling very intense energy. So I think that it just comes through as like something very emotionally profound. So number 1, your good fortune will be clearly evident soon. So try to figure out which week it's going to be. If you want to appoint them to some situation in your life, different situations, by all means. You're imaginative in using your skills. Apply this next week. Okay, you are imaginative in using your skill. Apply this next week. And then we have keep your plans secret for now. Shh. Low-key gangsters, say hello. And then we have a short trip is favored at this time. And if you watched my main channel, you would see that I did a very similar reading, a pick a card weekly, on that channel yesterday. And one of the big themes that was coming up in March for many people was this idea of travel. So hopefully either you know one of the piles is for you for the whole month, or you're going to use each of the piles to figure out how each week is going to go. Your first week, your second week, third week, 4 week, whatever direction you want to go. Hopefully everybody's on the same page. I'm going to move these piles over, but before I do, I want to say something else and it escapes me now. Shoot. This is a love reading. So our focus is on love and love energy. And basically what we're going to be taking a look at is how your energy is interacting with the love energy of the universe around you. Your relationship, if it's manifested, or if you're by yourself, how love is working its way around you, okay? So I think that's that. I know I'm forgetting something, but that's okay. Like, share, and subscribe to make the energy real. Check out the description. This camera really doesn't like candles, hey? But this candle's so special. I wonder if it's going to make the whole video. That's it. And then go to members only after, and when I'm finished with it, then this will be available. Okay? So I didn't announce which spread I'm doing. I'm going to be doing the heart-shaped spread. So it was a little surprise for all you guys because you like it. So now let's just get into this energy. So if you chose this as pile 1, I know wait for the end. If I remember what I was supposed to say, then I'll announce it at the end of the video. To hop to the end, and then I'll add that message, okay? So we have number 1. Your good fortune will be clearly evident soon. Okay, so let's check it out. So I'm going to do from the bottom. Okay, so the core energy for this week is the World card. This is the Considerate Cat Tarot, the World card. So the world is opening itself up to you, have a lot of different opportunities. For some of you might travel in this week or make travel plans in this week to decide to go in a new direction. You are a child of the universe, and unlike anything else, there's nothing holding you back towards your destiny. Okay, higher purposes for you, higher purposes for the outside energies around you. So this is you, energies around you, including your partner. But if you want to switch it over, if you feel like it should go the other way, that's fine. We have the 7 of Swords first. So you may have recently left some situation or circumstance that was beneath you. It was a situation or energy that wasn't doing you justice. This card actually really reminds me of my favorite poem, which is Allen Ginsberg, about the Sunflower Sutra. And the whole poem is about this sunflower that lives beside a train track and is covered in the train sediment, you know, the soot. And it's still a beautiful sunflower. That's what Ginsberg says. It's like an ode to the sunflower. And you can see how this is kind of a darker environment and there's not much growing here, but the 2 beautiful sunflowers remain. So regardless of what's happened, you're still a beautiful sunflower. That's the part that gives me goosebumps. So whatever's happened, you have the attitude and you recognize that you're still a beautiful sunflower. And so with that attitude, I think that you've positioned yourself to really go in a good direction in your life. And you haven't been beaten off your track. You have not been pushed off the direction you need to take. The next message is the 2 of Wands. So in some way, your eyes have been opened this week. And you're seeing new possibilities in terms of love. Maybe you're going to be more prepared to challenge or to, in some way, go towards your destiny. More proud to go towards your destiny. Maybe this is the week in which you carpe diem, seize the day. Maybe this is the week in which you see the possibilities. The world wants to provide you possibilities. You're in that very high vibration completion state. And so now you may have the opportunity to go to new directions. The external energy around you, we have the Three of Wands. So there's definitely something coming in for you from the outside world. Benefits, successes, good reputation. Good reputation is around you. That good reputation is setting you free. Look at the butterflies. I bet that kitten would love to be surrounded by butterflies to try to catch them. But these butterflies, there's this opportunity in this direction, and it's your good reputation that is leading the way towards new opportunities in love. If this is within a relationship, or if this is regarding a relationship that you're interested in, that person has a very strong and high opinion of you. Let's see the next energy. We have the Five of Pentacles. There he is, or she. Look at this kitty cat. Oh my gosh. The Five of Pentacles. This person or this energy that's around you that's concerning love really needs you. I think that this energy needs someone else, another entity, another sentient being to help and support it, to lift it up, okay? So you're kind of in this power position this week, I believe. And I think that it'll soon come into focus that the external energy of love around you needs you there. It's not only about what you need. So yes, there may have been some not abandonment, rejection. There may have been some rejection in the recent past, but you're very much, from that rejection, you gain perspective, and you in some way realize that that was not what you wanted anyway. And so that empowers you towards seeing more clearly what you do want. It was a miscalculation. Miscalculations happen all the time. The next step for your energy, this is the internal. We have Sun of Pentacles. A Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, some air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Sun of Pentacles. You commit yourself to a specific direction this week. And it may not have to do with love, but whatever it is that you're committed to, you're sort of ready to take it on full blast. You're ready to go straight for it. No questions asked. Full steam ahead. You're moving forward with this direction. Let's see the next energy here. Son of Wands. This is the external energy. This is the next thing that happens for you this week in your external world. Son of Wands. Sag, Leo, or Aries. Secondary transits in air. There will be someone who comes into your life this week who will in some way pass by quickly and bring something in, bring new energy in, bring new possibilities. This is not an energy to rely on for the long term, but in the short term, it is going to bring in very positive energy. It is going to bring something bright. It is going to bring opportunity. So make sure that you focus on it as an energy that helps. If this is concerning a specific person, somebody might invite you out on a date. Somebody might say something very candid that welcomes you into their heart. But remember, that's a fleeting energy. So as quickly as they offer it, they may pull it back. And so be careful, because it sounds like you're a little sensitive from past rejections. And so you don't want to get discouraged by someone who leans in and then pulls back. Okay? So just take it slow with this one. Here is the next message. We have the Nine of... Oh, and I didn't take enough cards. I'm so sorry. I'll pull more. Because I would see, this is what happens when you do... Where is that deck? Excuse me. Okay, so let's... Hold on. There it is. How could I not count to 10? See, that's why I always do it on the side. Okay, let's pull it to the side. Hold on. Let's fix this. So we have... So how many more we need? 3 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I didn't pull enough. This has more cards. Hold on. I'll finish it up in a sec. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So a little embarrassing, but it's Mercury retrograde. So we have 9 of Swords. So we have the next step for you is, if you believe in this energy, if you believe in this person, I have a feeling that there will be a chance for you to get a little bit hurt if you expect this person or this energy to maintain the openness as forcefully as they had initially. So they open up and you kind of waiting on them to maintain that transparency, it may lead to a disillusionment, so you need to be careful this week. Then we have the Emperor. So you have very good things on hand coming in for you. You have very good things on hand. You have your own successes and things to look forward to. It seems like you're vulnerable and you're seeking in someone else or another situation validation to a certain extent. You're seeking validation, or you're getting distracted by the personal relationship when you have great successes. It's like you're the emperor, whether you're a man or the woman, and you're kind of giving so much weight to someone who's only in passing. Now this energy wants to commiserate, wants to be reciprocal, but I have a feeling that maybe they're not mature enough, or maybe they haven't really thought it through enough, you know, so it's not a full offer yet. Then we have the Moon. They have to learn their life lesson, I feel. They have to learn their life lesson. They have to kind of, you know, see their perspective. They're being a little selfish, frankly, I think. And so you can't teach them that. They have to learn that by themselves. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So they're facing some dishonesty in their beliefs about who they are, their beliefs about themselves. And so I have a feeling that they have to confront some things about their truth. So they're kind of pushing in and running away this week. And so you don't have any reason to put yourself in the position, in the way of that sort of energy, okay? And then we have the next one. The outcome's the Sun. So stand your ground. You're the leader in this relationship. If this isn't regarding a relationship, you're supposed to go for broke. You're supposed to, your good fortune will soon be evident. They need you as much as you need them, but they have to figure it out. This is a situation in which you're not supposed to clarify. You're not supposed to like try to convince them, you know? You're supposed to kind of stick with your own energy, know your own value, and don't let people around you distract you from that. Or the person you love. Don't let their stuff distract you from your stuff, okay? Sorry about the extra cards. We need 2 cards for every single pile. Okay, but let's do number 2. And I'm going to pull the extra cards for number 2 right away. That's what happens when you're filming live, right? But it doesn't matter. Still, the right energy comes. Okay, so this is the Cosmic Tarot number 2. Welcome. And you guys chose you're imaginative. You are imaginative in using your skills. Apply this next week. Okay, so let's see your cards. Your first card is the Ten of Wands. So this week, when you choose number 2 for this week, see, you guys got me twisted. There's a lot of, this week starts off with a lot of work, a lot of competing priorities, so much so that you feel weighed down by your circumstances. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. Sorry, that's my phone. Lots of interruptions. Why does the energy doesn't want to have our say? Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. Hard work towards our goals. Hard work towards our goals. And this week, I think that you need to minimize outside interference. Speaking of which, as you focus on what you're trying to achieve. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. And so I think that it's a mix of standing up by yourself or on your own versus bringing other people in to in some way not to connect with and work together. So this week you're going to be thinking a lot about your own skills and your own focus versus the need to align with others and work with others at the same time. So it's like you're balancing that energy between being alone but then also needing family and needing a relationship, and you can't do it all on your own, but you have something great that you're working on, and that thing that you're working on in some way is a reflection of you need to focus on speaking of all the distractions, you need to focus on what you need to achieve, while at the same time a priority for you emerges this week, which has to do with needing to be with others, with friends, but especially in terms of love. It's a lonely place if you just do this. But this shines so brightly. Whatever skill you are working on, whatever you're working through is so strong right now that it's careless to let it go. It's careless to not give it its time and energy. However, your mind will be very focused on who can you share that with, amid all these responsibilities. The next message is the Two of Wands. So the energy around you, the external energy, or your partner, in some way sees a vision of you. They have their own goals and their own ambitions this week. They're very focused on what they're doing, or even what they see for you. They have like a slightly different perspective. Then we have the Four of Cups. They're considering making an offer to you this week. I'm not sure exactly what offer they're considering, but I think that they're really heeing and hawing about it. It's a serious offer. It could be love, marriage, something else. It's definitely about making your relationship more serious. I have a feeling that you may have to clarify for them what you're doing. It's about autonomy for you, that you really need to define your autonomy in your relationship. Let's see the first message for your next step this week. We have the Prince of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So you will receive some kind of offer. It might be from this person, or it might be from someone else. But somebody in some way is offering to you something emotional this week. They're putting their heart on the line. They want to reach out. They want to connect. In some way, I feel like it's different energy. It feels like this person is much more aligned in their vision of who you are. So they don't want to change you as much as this external energy does. This has its own agenda for you. So maybe you want to live in Vancouver. I live in Vancouver. Maybe you want to live in Vancouver, okay? And this external energy in some way wants you to move to Calgary, wants you to move wherever else. This energy is fine with you. They know that what you're doing is special to you and important to you. And this energy really wants to keep you here, keep you where you want to be, or where it's best for you. It's very focused and aligned with that. This has a bit of a conflict. This is, look at him. I know what's best for my woman, that, or man. Here is the next message. We have the Four of Swords. So this person's going to take the external energy is going to rest. I think that the ego needs to rest a little bit. This is a real desire to offer something, though. This external energy, maybe it's two sides of the same coin. Maybe it's the same person, two different sides of their mindset with regard to you. But I think that they're going to need some rest. They're going to be taken away from this situation this week for a minute through work or some other way, but it has to do with the metaphysics of it, being pulled away from the situation, and they'll get some opportunity to think about things. And if you're single, then you're going to not experience pressure from the outside world to conform to their expectations. So maybe there's been a lot of expectations being thrown at you because you're single. Oh, why don't you get married, and you need this and that. But I think that that's going to back off. Those people who are expressing those pressures are going to be distracted in other directions. So next two cards are advice for you. So personal strength and perseverance. Yeah, I can see for this week, that's what you need to do. It's like lions roar. Roar, meow, meow, Leos. But lions roar. No, non-apologetic. Stand your own way. you know, defiant of everything else. Don't be afraid of not having enough right now in the social realm. That's going to come in time, but it's a little bit of a fear there, you know. If you commit all your time to one thing, is there going to be sufficient people in your life? Are you doing yourself a disservice by honing your skills so much? The next message is the Hierophant, the card of Taurus. See, your destiny is a big community of people. So you need to keep doing what you're doing with what you're doing. Keep going in the direction you're going. And in some way, this is your internal process also, knowing that you have something to give from your heart. You have something, and look how I moved it, and the light shine literally ended up over his heart center. So you have something to offer to the outside world, and you need to protect it. Everybody has feelings like this. If I commit myself to doing A or B, will there be other people who will be with me on the other side of this? Because things take a time commitment. It's a time commitment, you know? And a time commitment can pull us away from other things, such as a social life. Here is the next two cards. We have the Empress. So this person's going to, the external world, or this person's going to reflect on the lessons of their mother's voice, their lessons to do with their mother are going to highly influence them. See, we get so busy with thinking or talking, or I want this or I want that, that it distracts us from what we were doing. It distracts us from just having a lucid, clear vision about what we want. And when this person or this external energy backs off, then it gets adjusted to what it truly wants, and it remembers, like, oh, that's what's important. So, and basically the outside energy needs to chill the F out, or whoever this is, they need to chill out. They have a good desire, but the heeing and hawing is the battleground between, you know, their ambitions and what they truly want in things. So they need to get back to their roots. And then we have the Princess of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. This person's going to come through for you this week. The external world, this person, whoever it is, with a very intense, direct message. You have to do it this way, or I need this, or I've learned my lesson, this is my opinion. There's going to be some kind of very intense communication. But by the time this reaches you, you're going to have already an awareness of the community that you're going to participate in, and the knowledge that you're going to be sharing with others, your responsibility towards others. And so that it's not like it's not going to be received well, like you won't want it. But I have a feeling that the information that's going to come in is going to, now you're going to be receiving it and saying, like, does this fit with what I have going on? So things, I think, this week for you will really come into focus. Because remember, here it seemed very loosey-goosey, kind of busy, you know, overwhelming energy. And look at Saturn right over top. That's very ominous, because Saturn is transitioning in March, so it depends on which week he chose for this, but he may be in Aquarius. Here is the next message. We have the Hermit as the outcome. I love this card. And Lorna, if you're watching this, this was the stretch I was telling you to do, by the way. My friend Lorna has a hip problem, and I was like, do that stretch. This is the one. So anyway, so internal process, and she watches all my videos, so yeah, internal process, pulling away, seeing an enlightened approach. This very kind of human-to-human interaction becomes higher because you're getting all these trumps over here. Your higher purpose is here, and so you're no longer deliberating about what you're going to do on Tuesday. You're thinking about, like, what does it all mean? What's the big picture? And that's going to change how you interact with the external energy. But I think the external energy is also improving. It's starting to think in those big picture ways as well. So if this is your partner, then they're getting with the program. They just need some time. It seems like you're more leveled up than they are, so you have to be patient with them. Okay? So that's number 2. Let me know in the comments how you guys like this. Was that all right? Okay. Hi, guys. I'm reading the comments. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, so next. Let's see next. Who? Okay. Then we have romance angels. I think we're covered for the... Let's throw this back in our... And then I need 2 more romance angels. I'm reading comments for a minute as I'm getting ready. Okay, so we have 1, we have 2. Because I needed 12 cards, not 10, Veroosh. There we go. Okay, so high number 3, or this isn't number 3, this is your 3rd pile, so hopefully it coincides with a certain week. And so your first message, the one you chose from, is keep secret your plans. Keep your plans secret for now. So we're taking a look at this week and what it represents. Okay, so let's see. Your first message is the 4 of Cups. So there's a lot of, in all these readings so far, there's a lot of possible offers on the table. Heeing and hawing. There's definitely, in March, you're coming in closer with offers. You know, unexpected offers, emotional offers, those kinds of things. Then we have the 2 of Pentacles. So this week you're going to be quite busy between competing responsibilities, and that's going to distract you from love. You know, other things need focus. Other things need your attention. And then we have the 10 of Swords. You make a decision about something that's very, very important to you now. You make a big decision about something. You let go of something to get ready to receive what you think is coming. So there's this real kind of closure to a situation. Some of you might decide to get a divorce. Like if you've been thinking about divorcing your partner, this is the week in which you kind of say, okay, like you can see them kind of going along like they don't even know what's going on. And here you are in your head saying, you know, this is not going to work out for me. There's something, a deal breaker involved. But it's not like you know about it. It's not like you wake up this week and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be with this person anymore. No, you know it's coming. And it's that this is going to be the decisive week, excuse me. The external energy this week, we have the Devil. Yeah, completely in the dark. Completely unsure, in the dark. Unexpected. Somebody is still kind of, how do you say... You know how Capricorns kind of stomp around because Capricorn rules the Devil? It's like they're kicking up a storm still, busy in their interactions. Here is the next message. We have the 5 of Wands. So they're experiencing a lot of stress. Now, if this isn't a specific person and it's the universal flow around you, it's the people around you and all of that stuff that contributes to your love life, that too in some way is alienated from what it's about to hear. It doesn't know what you've decided. It doesn't see it coming. And in some way, maybe some of the things that you're being offered on an emotional level or a physical level are somehow misaligned with where your mind's at. So it's like the person you're about to break up with asks you out on a date and you're like, I'll tell you later, like if I can, after I break up with you, that is. So there's a little bit of a stretch there. Yeah, it looks like it. Here is the next message. You have very, very heavy guilt about what you're deciding. You know, whatever you're deciding, it's hard for you. This is the 3 of Swords. It's very hard for you to kind of take it on. And you can't be consoled. You're hiding your feelings. I'm sorry, this is sounding like a pretty heavy week, but it's important that you go through with it because it sounds like your mind is already made up. And now if you're single and this isn't like a relationship, there may be friends or other people around you who you feel are holding you back from where you want to go, and then you're feeling kind of bad about, you know, about telling them that they're not, maybe they're drinking and partying and hooting and hollering and you're like, I can't be with that, and you're worried about telling them that, you know. Here is the next message. We have the Star. So this person is going to, or the external energy is going to have a monumental shift this week. If it's a person and you're worried about them, I think they're going to have a bit of a breakthrough themselves. So if you're really worried about breaking your soon-to-be ex-partner's heart, I think they're going to have a bit of a change of fortune for the better, which means that the breakup or whatever you're thinking of initiating is not going to be as tough. But I think that also this person might have a point of awareness. So maybe you're really hurt by how they're conducting themselves, and then they sort of become aware that that energy is not good through a situation or through something else that brings their attention. That's like, that's not the way to go. The next message is for you. We have the Two of Cups. So suddenly you start thinking about higher principles and like, why are you there in the first place? You know, you remember the good times. There's a lot of like sometimes when you experience a dark moment, you remind yourself about what's important and what you truly want. So in some way this week, I think you bring yourself and your awareness to what you truly want. Also, in a moment when you're feeling low about something else, the outside world will step in once it clues in that something's going on for you on an emotional level. And you'll be presented with some kind of a uplifting gift. Here is the next message. We have the Death card. Change, Scorpio. Change and transformation. So these are sort of advice cards for you guys for this week. And so it's like, open your heart and be flexible. Open your heart and be flexible. I do see that there's an emotional low for you this week, but I have a feeling that maybe it's going to be like a day where you feel low and then something hits you that's going to be very uplifting and pull you out of that. That's that gift. And so maybe you're feeling sad because the outside world, whoever it is, a person or a situation, doesn't know about your feelings about the situation yet. And then they're going to figure it out and get it. They're going to figure it out. And when they do, then I think they'll get with the program. Here is the next message. We have the Seven of Wands. So very, very protective energy is going to strike up around you to whatever was hurtful to you. You feel like you're alone, but then the external world is going to be very like protective over you, you know, helpful over you. The next message is the Six of Wands, which is victory and success. So it's going to be like that hero, you know, the hero. It's like, I got it now, so I'm going to step in, honey, and like help in some way. So if it's not a breakup, it feels like somebody's going to really get with the program and figure things out. So if you feel like it's done, it's gonzo, it's over, you might see a turnaround later on in the week. And then let's see the outcome, the Eight of Pentacles. So if you're going through like this divorce period or a separation or a near separation, I have a feeling that you may by the end of this week decide to work on things. Like take it step by step. Commit yourself to change. You don't want those lows in your relationship anymore, or you don't want those lows with this person. And so in some way you're making this change, okay? And so you're committing yourself to that, and that's elevating your situation. So pretty good. So keep your plans secret for now. Very interesting message in context of the tarot. Okay, so to me that signifies that maybe some of the feelings that you're feeling this week are only temporary, and that there's a really good outcome that at the beginning of the week you feel is not possible. Just saying, okay? I like this spread. Okay, so how are you guys doing now in the comments? Hi guys. Oh, that was intense, huh? Okay, so let's keep it moving. Let's keep it cracking. We have one more to do, and then I'm going to move over and do the members only. Oops, I dropped the first card. I know what it is, but I'm going to hide it anyway and pretend like I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to pick two more cards. The first card I know. Okay, so here are two more cards for number 4. So did you figure out which week this is yet? Let me know in the comments if that part is still confusing. I really want to get everybody on the same page, or if you have an idea of how to explain it better to people, please tell me in the comments, okay? So this is pile number 4, and I'm going back in, you guys. See you later in the comments. All right, so we have a short trip is favored at this time. A short trip is favored at this time. Okay, so your first card is, which I know because it just flipped over, you have the Devil, okay? That's Capricorn. There's a lot of transits in Capricorn in March, so don't be too alarmed. This can also mean a lot of intimacy this week, physicality between you and your partner, a lot of having fun, kicking back, taking things easy. So let's not judge yet. But I have a feeling that there is this kind of not looking at the serious side of life and just being pretty superficial. That's okay too. We can't be deep all the time. We go crazy. So for you, your energy this week is the Last Judgment. You're making a huge decision in love, a big decision to take someone back, to completely ex-nay someone out of your life. I forgot my pig Latin. But there's a big decision in which you're sort of, you know, making a big decision about. Or maybe this is a decision to take a small trip. You know, maybe suddenly, oh, I'll go for the weekend somewhere. Spend some money, you know. Go see the sun if you live in the north. Go see the sun, make a decision. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. You might be interacting with a Capricorn right now, or this may be pertaining to a situation that started during the eclipse on December 26th. There was an eclipse in Capricorn. A decision to hold back on something. Something does not feel right. You hold back, you hold on to what you have, because what you have is good for you. You don't necessarily want to risk it. Something feels a little tricky, icky. Here is the next message, and this is for the outside energy, either energy coming in or your partner, external influence, the world. So an invitation from the world could come through this week. Look at all these trumps. An invitation, this person who might be inviting you out if you're single, it may be someone who you don't fully trust or someone with whom you have a lot of chemistry with. It's one or the other. You'll know which one. But there could be an offer from the outside world. Maybe there's an offer to travel with someone and you decide to hold back. Maybe that's the energy that's going on. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transit in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Not necessarily. This really feels like a standoff between two people, where both people sort of don't want. This one has principles, a lot of like personal boundaries. On this side, maybe you're just sick of dealing with someone who is so stubborn they never give way to you, so you've decided to be stubborn finally. It looks like a little, you know what's going to happen is whoever is traveling is going to travel. So I can tell you already for this week, I don't even need to look at the rest of the cards, that the feeling starts off with like, I'm not going to see you. You have to come see me. I'm sick of coming to see you. That's you. That's me paraphrasing or acting out kind of what the energy is for you. And this person doesn't even see that they're stubborn. So they're like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? But you have to come see me. Like they don't even conceive of the idea that they should come over to your side a bit more. Now this could be literal travel, or it could be a situation that involves no travel at all, only on an emotional level or a mental level, some disagreement. Next card for you. 5 of Swords. You failed. You're dealing with someone stubborn this week. They're very, very stubborn, and they're more stubborn than you. Okay? Oh, I know those people. So yeah, somebody's more stubborn than you. That gives them a much higher chance at winning this situation. So you're trying to present your case and make a stand for it, but this person's, it's like they don't even see it as a problem. The fact that you see it as a problem, the fact that it's frustrating you causes you to lose, right? Like in this dynamic, it's like they don't even conceive of that as an issue. But for you, it's something that's irritating about the outside energy. It's like, why do I have to always, you know, bend over backwards for you? And it's like, that person's like, of course you do. You know, it's not a big deal. It's more funny. That's why I'm laughing. It shouldn't be a big deal. But it's irritating. I'm giggling because I can sense the irritation. So it's going to happen one of these weeks. The next energy is the Four of Wands. But this person actually is very giving. And there is a very, very warm connection here. Home, family. There's just, and it can be a man or a woman. It's the external energy. There is a lot there to gain from this interaction. Here is the next message for you, advice, the Sun. So once you realize you've lost, you will be happy. There will be, look at the kangaroo. I'm thinking about Australia and all the bushfires, and I just heard that there's like such a high chance for more, and it's just devastating. So anyway, peace and love to Australia and all the animals and people and creatures. I'm gonna cry. I hope that they're okay. It's just really sad. So we have the Sun, a breakthrough moment, and you're supposed to not be crying. You're supposed to be feeling good. And you will be once you realize you've lost this. It's frustrating. I don't mean to trivialize the fact that somebody's more stubborn and is making your life uncomfortable, but it's one of those family sagas, I believe. I don't feel like it's like a horrible thing that's happening to you. Maybe it is. If so, I'm sorry. But for those of you for whom it's just like one of those irritations between people who love each other fundamentally, you're going to realize that you've lost yet again because they're more stubborn. But there's a lot of love there for you. And so, Two of Cups. Look at this. The Two of Cups coming up all over again. So, yeah, happy times. Your heart is going to open. You know, they are loving. They are considerate. They're just very, very picky about their personal boundaries. Okay. If they only knew how much frustration they cause to us, right? The next message is Moon in Libra, and so they're not seeing the problem. Literally, look at this. They're not seeing the problem, but they're also stubborn to see. In the big scheme of things, they're earning karma that they're going to have to resolve, and so it is going to be an issue. But in terms of like tit for tat, you're going to lose. So you need to just let it go and let them learn their karma on themselves, by themselves. And Knave of Swords, so that's gonna who's gonna teach them. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, a young energy that they can't overpower. A grandchild maybe coming into the scene and pushing them around. It could be something like that, like a youthful energy that they can't in any way overpower or control. It is what it is. The outcome energy between the two of you is the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. You're planning your reprieve. You're planning your next assault, confrontation in the issue. It really doesn't feel like a big situation this week. It just feels like you're still strategizing to win the case. You're still strategizing. You're going to be happy, but there's still going to be things left over in which you're going to try to prove and make proof of your point of view or your opinion. So, but also a very good time for communication this week, and talk about your feelings, talk about how you feel in this situation. You know, it's a very good time to discuss things, which will bring clarity to the core issue. So I think there's going to be a good talk. A short trip is favored at this time, so go have your talk. Figure it out, you know? There's things to be won in this situation. So, my dears, I hope this was fun. I'm sorry if it was triggering for you. We all have people around us that are like this. Stubborn like a bull, right? So, somebody decided that they won. An Aquarius in the chat decided that they won. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to pick 2 more cards for the members only. I have no idea what I was going to say for you guys what I forgot to say, which is normal. because I'm channeling. I already did a lot of channeling today. And let's pick a fortune for members only. But you guys can share in that. It's to entice you to become my members on the main channel. I'll leave the link in the description. Ooh, a companion is an added strength. Ooh, the tea on love in March. Okay, well, I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.